How's everybody?
Tyson, you had a lot of family and friends in the stands today. How are you dealing with the pressure or even just the emotion of having your first career start today?
I feel like I dealt with it good. I felt like I had the team, my family, kind of really rallied behind me, gave me a lot of support this week, which I think gave me all the confidence in the world to go do what we did today.
Were you nervous today?
Yeah.
Was there a point at which you weren't anymore? Were you kind of?
Yeah, I feel like I settled in after the first snap. Really, I feel like I feel really nervous the whole week until we get on the field for pregame, and then it usually goes away. But just like any week, there was some nerves.
Tyson, I asked you last week. I said, if you're moving forward, if you're a QB1, how confident were you leading this team to victory? You looked me dead in the face and said, "I'm very confident." Where did that come from, and what did you do today to build up to do that?
I feel like I've played like a million games at quarterback. I feel like I was able to win the job in high school my sophomore year, and then I started every game through my senior year of college. So that's 7 years of starting, understanding what the week of preparation looks like, and going through pretty much every concept and run concept that there is. So repetition, mother of all learners, and I've been blessed to have a lot of repetitions in my life. So.
How much did the physical running game help you?
Yeah, it's just like any game. If the big boys on offense and defense, I thought, played extremely well today. Anytime that you're able to do that, it makes things easier for everybody. So I thought they did an outstanding job today.
On the touchdown pass to Deontay, can you just walk us through that play? And obviously it's nothing fancy, but what you saw and how that play unfolded for you.
Yeah, I guess in a sense we're running snag. So checked the flat, had Cole on the snag route, had a corner out by Moon, just kind of high-low in the corner. He gave enough depth where really he was kind of in the middle. I could have probably thrown it to either him or Mooney, but it was enough space. And, focal point this week was, get the ball out of your hands. So it was easy, just especially how he was playing today, get it to him, let him break a tackle, which he did, and that was kind of the extent of it.
How do you describe what Deontay meant today to the entirety of the day?
Yeah, I thought Deontay played out of his mind today. I thought he played extremely well, kind of little glimpse of some things that he was able to do last year. I know he's itching to get out there and, have a good game just because, like he told us in the locker room, a lot of watching for him this season so far. So it was only a matter of time for he was able to break out and have a good day like today.
You talk about getting the ball out of your hands quickly. Several times you avoided negative plays getting the ball. I think one of the best decisions was you dirted a screen pass when it wasn't open. How much of a focus do you put on that in terms of avoiding the negative plays just to keep moving on to the next play?
Yeah, I feel like that's a staple of how I've always tried to play quarterback, just getting the ball out of your hands, and then just try to combine that with just making really good decisions. I think I got away with in college a lot of times getting the ball out of your hands, but also forcing some things just because I was, had that freedom to do so. I think at this level, we're valuing the ball, trying to be +2 in that section like Coach Blue preaches to us every week. So I just kind of had that in the back of my head all week, like, hey, if it's not there, play the next play. End every drive with a kick, which we were able to do today.
Tyson, what did it do for you? What did it mean to you to have all of these parts of the game that you don't control go your way? The offensive line holds up, the defense plays really well, Foreman plays well.
Yeah, I think it means a lot to a lot of people. I think we've been looking for a win here at Soldier Field for a while. So it means, it basically means the world to everyone else when you're able to play well in the trenches, when you're able to control the line of scrimmage, run the ball well, and, stop the other team's run game. I thought it was an outstanding team effort today.
Your first drive in the third quarter, you guys take a lot of time off the clock, march down to the score. What did that do for the sideline? This is a team that hadn't been great at protecting leads, and all of a sudden you build on it and you take a lot of time off.
Yeah, I think it's hard to start fast in the second half when you have such a controlling first half. So I think that was just another one of the focal points. Don't let this be a comeback story at the end of the day. I thought Coach Getsy at halftime, on the whiteboard, able to dial up some outstanding plays that we were looking forward to running in the second half, and I thought we were able to execute a lot of those. I thought the screen was perfect. I thought, still running the ball effectively, getting the ball out of our hands, and taking our shots downfield when we can. So I thought, he dialed up some amazing stuff today.
Remember one or two plays from that drive that he scribbled down?
Yeah, that screen is one of them. The screen is definitely one of them that stands out, and I think that we couldn't have executed that any better. So able to come that, it's been on the call sheet for a couple weeks. So for him to have the confidence in me, the O-line, everybody to execute, kind of a high-risk play when you're throwing the ball back across the field. I thought it was great.
Fitzpatrick was celebrating after that screen.
Yeah, he'd been waiting for that play to be called, yeah.
Right before the half, you guys had the shot, the Hail Mary, it had been about a 60-yard heat to the end zone. They chose to go with Nate. You think you can get it to the end zone from there about 60?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've got a cannon. I wouldn't be here if I didn't. I think that there was, we're playing in the Windy City. I had one this week that came off my hand a little funny, but, never want to get it twisted. Nate's got a very powerful arm as well. But I like to think that I've got an extremely strong arm, and the ball most definitely would have got there. But it would so with Nate, too, so I had obviously no problem there.
The quarterback sneak, and I think it was the first quarter. What was the strategy on that instead of going straight over the middle? Like you were trying to avoid Crosby.
Yeah, I think not necessarily Crosby, although I think our whole game plan was kind of centered around where he was on the field. It was just one of those things where we ran a lot of Q sneaks this year. So being able to sneak it in the B gap, just because they want to take it, they want to take the A gaps away, be able to take a slide step to the right or left, depending on which one looks better, was kind of something we talked about really before the game. Just be ready to execute the Q sneak in the B gap, other than A gap.
How anxious does this make you want to get back out there again?
Yeah, I think winning is contagious. So we get a little bit of a break early this week to enjoy this, but just really making it a focal point to the staff and the players. Let's get back on the horse. Let's get ready. We're playing another good team coming up this week. So 17 weeks in this regular season, so not really a whole lot of time to sit back and enjoy this, and ready. Obviously, when you win, everybody's a little bit more excited to get back out there.
And at your first NFL start as a rookie, I mean, that's like a dream realized. Are you able to process that yet, or is it still a little too fresh from just playing?
Yeah. I mean, I've got where I come from, I got a bunch of friends, a bunch of family that understood, how big this was, just in life. Not a lot of people get to say they started an NFL game, let alone win an NFL game. So definitely had a lot of those conversations today. I think the staff understood it too, and the players. That's why, everybody rallied behind me, as well as they did. So I was able to take it in with a handful of different conversations I had throughout the week. And yeah.
How was Justin in his role supporting you today?
I couldn't really ask much more from, him, the QB room, as a whole. I think, Justin and Nate, when I talk about people that rallied back behind me and had my back and helped me throughout the week with just, different things to look at, just with the amount of experience that they have, Justin and Nate were pivotal in, how we were able to execute today and the way I played today on the field.
You talked Wednesday about beating the odds to get this opportunity. What do you think? You played with. You have that bravado that everyone talks about, the confidence that you have in the locker room. How do you think that benefited you today, that confidence you play with?
I think that, football gives me the ability to let loose. I don't know how loud I would be in my life if I didn't have football, just in general. It kind of gives me that alleyway to scream and shout, and, it helps me out, and I hope it definitely infiltrates the minds of the people I have around me and kind of gives them that same feeling, whatever it is, that they can, also be that part on the team. And whenever you could be excited and just be happy that you're able to play football, and everybody plays like it, you get kind of what happened today.
How big of a crowd did you have here for yourself personally, family and friends? How many people came down today?
A lot, yeah. My paycheck probably won't look the same this week, so I had a lot of people, yeah.
What do you do tonight now? Obviously, with a lot of people in town and an ability to celebrate.
Yeah, I've never really been away from home my whole life. So I don't, this is new for me, not being able to see my friends and family like I usually am able to. So I'm going to relax and just, enjoy the time that I'm able to spend with them tonight.
Where's your confidence level now? Going into your second week as a starter, where's your confidence level now?
The same. I don't think, you can't, shouldn't allow for your confidence to, rise or drop, win or lose. You just kind of, play the next play, as a lot of people like to say. And that's what I look forward to doing this next coming week.
How slow was all this?
It was amazing. I mean, Soldier Field is off the chain today. You couldn't ask for a better weather day. I thought the crowd got involved right when they needed to, and I thought that helped our defense, continue to be as dominant as they have been the last couple of weeks, and kind of gave the offense, a confidence boost with the, chunk plays and the excitement that was, all around Soldier Field today.
You've done a good job of avoiding the hype that was around during the preseason. It's only going to grow louder now. How do you anticipate dealing with it this week?
Say it again.
You said that you were aware of the hype around you during the preseason, but you did a good job of avoiding it. It's only going to get louder now, so how do you anticipate handling it throughout the rest of the year?
Yeah, I think, no matter how big, no matter how big it is, I feel like I'm a pretty grounded person. I don't like a whole lot of fancy stuff. I don't like, I like to keep it simple. So, it's real easy to turn the phone off. So that's about all it takes. Yeah.
Did you get the game ball tonight? Is that your
Yeah. There was 3, and coach was, nice enough to give me one. So I appreciated that.
What was his message just in presenting that to you after the game?
Just that it was, my first career start. Pretty big deal for any quarterback that gets his first career start. And just once again, just everybody having my back and rallying behind me and making me feel good. So I always appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.